Hey guys, Sri Lanka Sammy, Itiwan Sammy. I'm back. It is Saturday, April 29, I think. That's the thing. Sometimes I don't even remember the year. I was like writing something down and I forgot what year it was. I wrote down 2023 and then I realized, no, it's 2022. When you live life like I do, the day is not important. Day of the week, kind of, because you got to figure out, based on other people's schedules. Also, I mean, like I do work online, so I have to be aware of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But sometimes I forget. Is it Friday? Is it Thursday? Anyway, what a beautiful day. It just finished raining. You can see the streets are all wet. But look at that sun. Oh, I mean, just how can you not love living this life? Oh, so today I'm heading over to the beach again. At least once every couple of weeks, I'm gonna head over to the beach. It's right there. It's 20 minutes away. I mean, it's actually 10 minutes away. But the one place I like to go to, which is Negumbo Camelot Beach Hotel, which is my favorite place, is about 20 or 30 minutes away by scooter. So I'm going to walk up to the road and grab a scooter. So today I'm going to talk to you about how do you survive here in Sri Lanka as a digital nomad or a remote worker. I'm a remote worker, so I work remotely. I'm not a digital nomad. I don't travel around. And those of you who are new to my YouTube and follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you guys know that I'm living here. This is my new home. So that being said, I'm a little bit different. I'm also a citizen. I don't have to worry about visas. I live with my family, so I don't really need to worry about money too much. Although I pay for everything I do here. My mother keeps saying, what are you doing giving me money? What are you doing giving me money? Oh, termite mound. Look at that. Yeah, it's a termite mound or a beehive. Not sure, not getting near it. Anyway, the wonderful things you see in a tropical country, the animals. Anyway, how to live as a digital nomad or a remote worker. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to edit this two-parter and finish it up at the resort because I'm almost to the road. I am, as I said, a remote worker. I work online teaching English to adults in Korea, which is the job I had before I left, so I just continued it. It was no difficulty other than setting up the proper internet connection. So the items I'm going to talk about are visa, power, electricity, internet connection, and lifestyle. I think those are the four important ones that people want to know about on how to live here, because most of the people who come here are not like me, not not foreigners. I am a citizen, so I have a little bit of a different requirement. So let me get over to the resort, have breakfast, because that's the one thing I love when I go over to Camelot Beach, is to have the hoppers, the egg hoppers for breakfast with fish and chicken. So I'm gonna head over there and I'll see you guys poolside in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, just how can you not love this? Look at this. It was raining this morning. The weather report says rain in the afternoon. 40% chance of rain in the afternoon, but yeah, I doubt it. It's 10 a.m. now. I've been here a couple hours. I had breakfast, really nice breakfast. And today it's actually quite empty at the resort. It is low season, so you know that's another thing, is that it is the off season. Just bring this closer, maybe you can hear me a little bit better. Hopefully you can. Sorry for the wind noise, sorry for everything else, but it's just so beautiful today. I had to get out of the house and enjoy, because tomorrow starts another, looks like 10-day cycle of like pouring rain. Sunday is supposed to be 100% rainstorm all day long, so I thought I'd get out and enjoy today. Nothing to do today. So, you know, I was talking about how to be a digital nomad, but I just wanted to update is that there's no fuel. My parents' car, we don't have any fuel. We can't go to Colombo. I live outside the city, about an hour outside the city, and can't go anywhere. I wanted to go visit my cousins, but I can't do that because we don't have any fuel. We do have fuel, enough, you know, for an emergency, if we have to take my parents for medical or something like that, or go, you know, whatever. But, you know, we use tuk-tuks to get around, and just to go to Colombo in a tuk-tuk is just not safe. Not, you know, it's a long trip. To go shopping and stuff, yeah, it's okay. So, how to survive as a digital nomad or as a remote worker. So the first thing is that you need to think about, let's talk about the budget or visas. So as a foreigner, again, so reminding you, I'm a citizen, I don't have to worry about a visa. As a foreigner, I'm not sure of the rules, okay? So please bear with me, because again, I'm a citizen, I don't need to look up the rules. But the Sri Lankan immigration website I found in my cursory researches to be quite good. Unfortunately, applying online is not always that easy, and I have heard and seen reports on various expat groups that the visa extension website does not work. So you have to come in to Colombo and do that one-day visa extension trip. So the other thing is that you can get extensions for your visa. It starts off at 30 days and then you can keep extending it. Now there is a scheme that is being done, so that I've heard, and there are other programs as well. These are for tourists. These are for people who just want to come here and hang out and be a digital nomad or whatever. But if you want to stay here for 5, 10, 20 years, there are programs in place to allow you to do that, where you invest a certain amount of money. Now, you can buy a house, you can invest, you can put money into a bank account, which is secured and locked. You can't access the money. And I'm not sure about interest, although you probably will earn interest on it. So what I've heard from other expats on Facebook groups and YouTube groups is that it's very difficult to get the money out. Once you put it in, it's years to get it out, or a long process, because what the government is doing is they're taking that money and using it. And right now the government has no money to pay it back. So, you know, be careful of that. The other thing is that, you know, you can do a visa run. You know, take a cheap flight to India or to Maldives or Seychelles or, you know, wherever for a quick trip. It doesn't cost that much. So there's that option. So visas are something that you got to really look into. The government takes very strong measures against people who visas are expired. Even one day, even 1 minute after midnight, if you're expired, and we're not talking about arriving at the airport. We're talking about the flight departure time. You technically, under the law, need to vacate the airspace before your visa expires. So think about it like that. So definitely give yourself like a week before your visa expires, just in case there's a flight delay. just in case there's a cancellation, just in case there's a mechanical breakdown and your flight is delayed a day. What are you going to do? You're going to be in violation of your visa, and that's not the airline's fault. That's your responsibility. So make sure that that is properly taken care of. And the reason I say this is because I lived in South Korea for 13 years, and constantly people violating their visa because they didn't know. It's your responsibility to manage your visa because it's under your name. No one's going to take care of it for you. So I'll just leave it at that. Please, that's the most important thing. So hot. Number 2, electricity and power. I'm going to do a video in a week or so about the things I wish I knew about the differences here before I arrive. So like, i.e. the things you need to bring with you. But from a electrical providing situation, you can live here and work here without worrying about electricity. So finding a place that has a generator or solar power or electricity all round. So either a hotel, upscale hotel, or a apartment that has this, this in place. So you need to find that out in advance before you book where you're going, so you can survive. Now, my home, at my parents' home, we installed a solar power system. So that system allows us to have 12 hours of battery when the power goes out. So looks like there's an event going to start, so I'm sorry if their sound causes any problems. If it does, I'll pick this up later on in the afternoon. The third thing is internet. So internet here is not the best. At best, you're going to get 5 to 10 megabits per second download and 3 to 5 megabits per second upload on average. Okay, now in the better hotels you'll get higher speeds depending on how close you are with the Wi-Fi. In hotels that I've been in so far, the 3-4 star hotels, like even here at Camelot Beach, I was getting upwards of 20 megabits per second because they have fiber. So if the location has fiber, which is SLT, Sri Lanka Telecom fiber, then you will get good internet. Now, here's a caveat. If you go to a small hostel or a hotel or what have you, and they have good internet, they say they have good internet, they may have a data cap of 25 gigabytes per day. So some of the problems that people have run into, and I've seen this with other YouTubers, is that they'll be using the internet and then boom, it shuts off or drops to 1 megabit per second because the bandwidth cap was reached. So you need to be careful with that. You need to be observant of that. So working here as a remote worker, the one problem I have is the time zone difference. So the time zone difference is the most important thing. I work in South Korea, so let's say, for example, if I have a class at 7 a.m., it's 3:30 a.m. here. Now, one of the benefits of that is that I finish my job local time by noon or 1 o'clock. So I have the whole afternoon, evening to do whatever I want to do. So that is a good thing. In the initial time when I didn't have solar power and the power cuts were in the afternoon, it worked out for me. If a power cut is in the morning, it'll cause huge problems for me because I can't use my computer. Now, I do have an uninterrupted power supply, which provides about an hour's worth of power for my computer and about 2 hours worth for my laptop. And then on top of that, I have an hour battery on my laptop. And then I have my cell phone. So if my uninterrupted power supply can power my modem, which I have fiber at the house, I have Sri Lanka Telecom fiber. So the power supply powers the modem, and I use my laptop. I can run for about 2 hours. And then if I need to, I can use my phone. Now, that's not the best situation because I need to use applications and things like that and share my screen. So it's not the best solution. According to, so just, now, the solar power system is installed but not connected. So we're still running on, you know, the network, the local power supply. We're still waiting for an inverter, which should come in within the next week or two. There's been delay. We were supposed to be up and running by end of March. It's now end of April. So delay, which is the norm here. So I need to be cautious of the workload that I'm taking on. I'm crossing my fingers that next week the power cuts happen in the afternoon and not in the morning. The government has announced that Monday and Tuesday no power cuts because of the holiday, the religious holiday, and Sunday no power cut. So we'll see what happens. I don't work on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday are my busy days, so that's a blessing, hopefully. Wednesday is the only day I need to worry about. Thursday, Friday, there are no issues because those are my slow days. So let's see what happens. Those are the risks that I take being a remote worker. Being a digital nomad, you have a little bit more flexibility. You can work around the power cuts. You can work around the internet. You can find the places. So to recap, yes, you can be a digital nomad here. It's a little bit more difficult being a remote worker. Digital nomad, number one, make sure your visa expiry date, you have a week grace, okay? Like a week, not week grace from the government. Make sure you leave the country a week before your visa expires, just in case, for a safety buffer. Number two, make sure your hotel has power backup. Generator is okay. Solar power is definite because there's no fuel. And if they don't have fuel, they can't run a generator. Number three, that they have fiber internet, okay? You can use your own internet, but again, you won't be getting high speed, all right? And if you're a YouTuber, uploading is going to take hours, okay? So that's it for me today from the beach. We got a huge event going on behind the camera here. There's probably 100 people over there on the grassy lawn there. So hopefully that won't disturb me too much, but I am going out for lunch today. So check my video on another video of me having a seafood lunch, enjoying a Saturday, living life. Sri Lanka Sammy, I'm out.